It is the hope of the World Trade Organization, WTO, to use the first half of the year to host a number of workshops that focuses on raising awareness on technical barriers that affect trade within the region. According to the WTO counselor, Eric Wickstrom, the sessions will enhance the capacity of countries like Guyana when it comes to trade talks.
The Caribbean is advanced in many ways. They know how to use the system, so this is more about trying to enhance it. And it's a tricky area because tariffs have come down over time. It's been over 40 years of negotiations have brought tariffs to very low levels. So that's not a major issue in trade. Perhaps it still is for some countries, but it's not a major issue. So it's these technical issues that count. So if a country says, we will not import your rice because it's not safe or it's not up to standard, what do you do? How do you raise this issue at the WTO? What rights do you have? Or if you yourselves are trying to prevent imports of products, for instance, toys that may be dangerous because of paint in them, what kind of tools can you use and how do you justify that? Because, of course, protecting health is very important. And we have instituted a system at the WTO that's called EPING, which enables all members to subscribe, or even the private sector to subscribe, so that when one country somewhere in the world, for instance the European Union, puts a new requirement that will affect your trade, you're automatically alerted, whether you're industry or government.
Organizer Trumel Redmond told Newsroom that the model for the workshop was designed because of an interest expressed by CARICOM member states in understanding the WTO technical barriers to trade agreement.
The participants are getting a lot of hands-on experience as it relates to how they can better notify stakeholders as to the requirements that need to be met. So this training will help them to improve that notification process as well as to better engage stakeholders so that stakeholders such as manufacturers are better aware of not only the requirements in their own country, but of the requirements that are in place in other countries, so that if they're desirous of exporting their products to another country, then they're aware of the requirements that need to be met. So you have persons from the national inquiry points, you have persons as well from the notification point. So it's primarily persons from the National Bureaus of Standards as well as the Ministries of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade and Industry and Trade.
Some 42 participants from around the region, with the exception of Montserrat, were selected by the WTO to benefit from the workshop. Similar sessions will be held in St. Lucia and Belize so that the technical regulations, standards, and conformity assessment procedures are non-discriminatory and do not create unnecessary obstacles to trade. Mark Murray, Newsroom.